What is up, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to Release Day Unboxing for January 15th, 2013. And today we have one major retail release that we're going to talk about, but I also want to let you know, if you're very interested in knowing about my Retro Replay series, the series where I'm going to go back and play games that I have never recorded full playthroughs of on YouTube, but games that I have actually played in the past, you're going to want to watch the length of the video, because there's going to be a bonus where I announce what game I'll be playing next in that series in this video, okay? Plus, there's going to be a little bit of a bonus regarding next week's retail release as well, which you'll see in a minute. But this week, we are doing Devil May Cry, whatever you want to call it. Devil May Cry Reboot, Devil May Cry emo Justin Bieber looking Dante, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people stirring up a lot of controversy regarding this game, saying Devil May Cry didn't need a reboot, we like the original Dante, we like the original plot better, and we're very disappointed as hardcore fans of the Devil May Cry series that Capcom would do such a thing. But this happens from time to time. You see things being rebooted. We just saw it with the Spider-Man franchise, in movies. We just had a trilogy of movies, and now here we are with a new series of movies. We've seen it with games happen. In fact, just this year, Tomb Raider getting a facelift. And so, it's inevitable that you're going to see this kind of stuff happen with your favorite gaming characters. And it's kind of funny because some people have already gotten their hands on the game, and they're saying the game is actually really good. The gameplay is great, and it's a fun game to play, but that doesn't stop the ravenous fanboys from being upset that changes were made, okay? So, Devil May Cry from Capcom. This is actually the one Capcom game out of their big releases at E3 that I did not get to do a hands-on demo of. I actually did Lost Planet 3 and Resident Evil 6, but I did not get a chance to get into the Devil May Cry demo. So this is going to be outside of me playing the demo of this game a couple weeks back, the first time that I get my hands on it. When I played the demo, I did really like it, so I'm actually looking forward to playing this game. Okay, so Devil May Cry, that's what the front looks like. There's Dante, the street's exploding behind him for some reason. Face your demons. Actually, zoom in a little bit. Chain together epic aerial combos and traverse the demon world of Limbo. And you join Dante in his legendary rebirth of the Devil May Cry franchise. Yada yada yada. Blips from E3 of people praising the game, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so now when you actually look at the game, you're probably going to be underwhelmed, just like I was when I opened it. Take a look at this. Look at how pathetic this is. So right off the bat, you can see there's no instruction book, okay? So, no instructions whatsoever. That's okay. This day and age, a lot of people, they're not doing that anymore. They didn't even bother to put in the pamphlet that has the things about warnings about epilepsy and the warranty and such. All they did, they printed it on the back of the game's cover. So there's literally nothing inside of this package besides the game disc. This could be one of the most underwhelming release day unboxing videos I've ever made, because there's just nothing to look at. They just give you absolutely nothing, okay? So that's Devil May Cry, and for those of you who are interested in a playthrough, that will begin today over on my gaming channel DSPGaming, okay? And it's going to continue for several days. I have, as I've announced in many other videos, I've reduced the amount of videos that I'm uploading every day in order for everyone to catch up and be in the know. So I'll probably be doing anywhere between 2 to 3 hours of gameplay of Devil May Cry today on DSP Gaming. That'll continue on Wednesday and throughout the week. And then later on in the week, I'm going to variate between Devil May Cry and Retro Replay, which is my new series where I play older games, okay? Now, I do want to let everyone know there are some pre-order bonuses for Devil May Cry if you pre-ordered at Gamestop, where I did. And those are two different things. I got a code to unlock an exclusive Samurai Weapons pack. I'm assuming you can use that during the campaign, considering there's no multiplayer. It would make no sense. And then there is another code an exclusive code that says if you go to the Devil May Cry website and you enter this code, you will receive the Virgil's Downfall downloadable content, which is available sometime in February 2013. So basically, a DLC is going to be available for Devil May Cry that's for free if you pre-ordered the game in 2013. It's supposed to be, supposedly, all the rumors are it's a mission with Virgil. Okay? So, that is Devil May Cry. That's the release day unboxing for that. So, like I said, kind of underwhelming, not a hell of a lot to show anybody, because Capcom basically went bare bones on this one. But now I got something neat to show you. As you know, next week, I'm going to be playing the Japanese role-playing game that is the first one based out of Studio Ghibli, which is a very, very renowned, well-known anime studio in Japan who's put out many, many different animated features that people enjoy. Well, this is their first outing as a video game. And I pre-ordered it, and because I pre-ordered it, I actually got a steel box case for the game, which is pretty neat. I didn't know that I would get it ahead of time. I knew that it came if I pre-ordered it, but I didn't know if I would get it ahead of time. They actually had it a week early, and they gave it to me today. So there you go. There's a cool steel box art on the back, on the front there. On the back, there's some beautiful Studio Ghibli, anime art. And then the cool thing on the inside. Check this out. Full artwork on the inside of the steel box case as well. So, I'm pretty excited about the changes I've instituted in 2013, and one of the main reasons is that because I've decided that I'm going to be doing multiple games at once. I used to just start to finish play games, and I would rush through them, and it would be like, 30 to a ridiculous amount of parts in a day. And I don't really think that works for games like Ni no Kuni, because it's a role-playing game. I know it's going to be drawn out. I know it's going to have, combat and stuff, and it's going to be a longer playthrough. And it's a game that I want to play and I want to experience, but I don't think that it would translate well to a playthrough if that was all I was playing during that period of time. You know what I mean? And so, what I'm going to be doing is next week when Ni no Kuni comes out, I'm going to be playing it, but I'm also going to be alternating between that game and other games during the week. So that way, you'll get your Ni no Kuni fix every day if you like the game, but you'll also be seeing other gameplay that you can watch and enjoy if you don't necessarily like it, if JRPGs aren't your cup of tea, okay? So that's pretty neat. I'm happy that I got that as a bonus this week. But now, speaking of the fact that next week I will be alternating between games, you might say, well, I wonder what Phil will be playing. My first retro replay game, Dead Space, I'm about a little bit more than halfway through right now, and between Devil May Cry and Dead Space and playing those this week, I'll probably end up beating both games this week, which means next week, what am I going to be playing along with the Ni no Kuni? And I have a huge announcement right now. I was actually at Gamestop, and I decided to pick up the next retro replay game that I would be playing, and it is a game that I thoroughly enjoyed when I originally played it off of YouTube, because this is a game that I actually played before I had ever made any videos for YouTube. It's a game that I actually thought was probably one of the best games of the year, if not the best game of the year when I played it. And subsequently, I was not able to do with the game what I wanted to, and you're going to understand what I mean when I show you. The next retro replay game is going to be... boom! That's right, Grand Theft Auto 4 and episodes from Liberty City. So let me explain. Grand Theft Auto 4, I loved it. I loved it. I loved the game. I thought there were some annoying parts, like every Grand Theft Auto, but overall, I thought it was a great game. And I played it actually the year before I had ever recorded anything for YouTube. But this was the year when I was trying to re-immerse myself into the mainstream gaming culture. And this game, I think, was the perfect game to do it, because it let me really experience where games had gone in the era that I had been ignoring them. When I actually not played Grand Theft Auto 3 or Vice City or San Andreas, I'd missed out. And then playing this game allowed me to understand what I'd been missing out on, okay? So, it was cool, because I went to GameStop and I said, I want to get Grand Theft Auto 4 and episodes from Liberty City, because I want to play these games before Grand Theft Auto 5, and they were like, well, you're in luck, because didn't you hear? There's a collection that has all of them. I said, what? Really? And I was like, yeah, this is new. This is a new game. It's not used. It was sealed. It's a retail game. For $30 right now, you can go out and buy Grand Theft Auto 4 plus both of the episodes from Liberty City, which is The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. So basically, you're getting two games 2 full games for the price of half of a game, which is pretty crazy. And I know the game's old, don't get me wrong. I know the game's a good, you know, it's dated now. What is it, 5, 6 years old or whatever. But that is a crazy value in my opinion. And I was very pleased when they told me that I could get this package. So the way that it's going to work with Retro Replay is that I'm going to begin, obviously, with the beginning, Grand Theft Auto 4. And I'm going to play the campaign of that game along with Ni no Kuni next week. I may actually even start it earlier than that because, excuse me, because I know that as soon as people see this video, they're going to be ravenous. Oh, I want to see it right away. You know, this is crazy. Let's do it. But as you know, I'm going to be playing Devil May Cry, and I'm going to be finishing up Dead Space this week. And then, once I beat one of them, then I'll probably start Grand Theft Auto 4, and then that'll continue into Ni no Kuni, where I'll alternate between these two. Now, I also have episodes from Liberty City. So let me actually show you on the back here. First of all, they have art from all the games, but the way it works, and this is pretty crazy, you got your game disc for Grand Theft Auto 4, your game disc for both of the episodes from Liberty City, and then you actually get a city map, which actually originally came with Grand Theft Auto 4, and you also get a very small instruction booklet, which I'll show you. Usually Grand Theft Auto games come with these full-color, multiple-page instruction booklets. This one, they kind of just condensed it into a very short, look, it's only 2 pages, and then it talks about the Lost and Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony, and that's it. So it really does condense it into a very small instruction booklet for this package. But what I'll be doing is I'll be playing through Grand Theft Auto 4 a little bit every day, along with Ni no Kuni. And that'll be a good variation because, wow, what a difference in games, you know what I mean? And in addition, I may even have another Retro Replay lined up to start. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet, but that way I'll have a massive amount of variation. Every day you can see different games, okay? Or you can watch a little bit of the game that you like and you never get behind. I really think this is going to be a good thing for me in 2013. So that's the plan for next week. And maybe even later this week, if I beat Devil May Cry or Dead Space in the next couple of days, I may actually start Grand Theft Auto 4 early. Now, a lot of people are going to probably also say, well, Phil, you just said you're going to play Grand Theft Auto 4, but what about episodes from Liberty City? I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to play the episodes directly after Grand Theft Auto 4, because Grand Theft Auto 4 is a game that's on the longer side, and I don't know necessarily if that would be a good choice to do them back to back. Let me put it this way, I wanted to play the DLCs. In fact, if you remember back on my Dark Side Phil channel, I actually tried to play the Lost and Damned to do a playthrough when it was new, and supposedly Rockstar hit me with a copyright strike, and that's what ended up making me stop the playthrough. And that was actually a rant that I went on back in that year. I think it was 2009. I think it was 2009, yeah. And I ranted about Rockstar, and I said, this is bullshit, why would they put copyright claims on it? So now I'm finally, years later, going to get to do the playthrough, which is pretty fun and pretty crazy, although I know that there's actually some nudity in it that I'm going to have to edit out, which is pretty funny. But I'm not 100% that I will be doing it immediately after Grand Theft Auto 4. Let me put it to you this way. I am going to do episodes from Liberty City, but I don't want to promise you that I'm going to do it right in a straight line after Grand Theft Auto 4, because I know people might get burnt out with the same kind of gameplay. But if there's enough requests for it, if people are enjoying Grand Theft Auto 4, they do want to see the episodes right away, then we'll do it, okay? So this is really cool, because you're going to get to see me play a game that I never played on YouTube before, but I really like, and then you're going to get to eventually see me play 2 episodes that I really never got to play, and so you're going to have that kind of first reactionary gameplay that I do when I do my new playthroughs of new games. So, alright, that's it for release day unboxing for January 15th, 2013. There was quite a lot of stuff to show you. I hope that you enjoyed it and you've enjoyed my choices here, and you enjoyed what I'm doing so far in 2013. Remember, today, head over to DSPGaming a little later on in the day and you will see the beginning of the playthrough of Devil May Cry, which I will be continuing over the course of this week. So thanks for watching, and I will see you for gameplay over on DSPGaming. Peace.